Namaste. What should you do when you visit a temple? The question sounds a little bit elementary. And it says, what do I do when I visit a temple? I pray. That's all. That's how you may answer. But the point is, what are we doing with our mind when we visit a temple? There are people who visit temples almost every day. So they don't think much about it. They just go there and bow down, pray, do whatever they can do, and they come back. But there are people who go once in a way to a temple, and then the question comes in the mind sometimes, what should I be doing when I'm entering the temple? And what should I be doing when I'm standing in front of the deity? There are so many such confusions in the mind. So this video is aimed at removing those confusions and giving you a very simple, practical way of getting the best out of a visit to a temple. First and foremost, point number one, when you visit a temple, make sure you wear very simple footwear, which is not very expensive, which is very cheap, which you can just leave outside the temple and you need not worry about it. Otherwise, practically many people have told me when they wear a little expensive footwear to the temple, they are forced to leave it outside, of course, in the stands or anywhere outside the temple. And then all the time they are inside the temple, the mind is on the chappals, on the footwear. What will happen to my shoes or my slippers? Will somebody wear them and go away? Will I lose them? So much money I paid for it. All this can be completely avoided. One, either you can leave them in your vehicle, car. If you're going by car, you can leave them in the car. If that is not possible, then best is to wear something very cheap which you can, just do away with. Supposing you lose it or unintentionally somebody wears it and goes also, you can just forget it. That is the point number one, so that the mind is free when you visit a temple. Point number two, as you enter a temple, connect your mind with the main deity there. If it is a Ganesh temple, then connect with the Ganesha there. Of course, there you may have to walk a little inside. But right from the time you enter, do not allow other thoughts to come in. Connect with the main deity. If it is a Shiva temple, connect with the Shiva Lingam there. If it is a Vishnu temple, connect with the Vishnu there. If it's a goddess temple, Devi's temple, connect with the Devi there. That way your mind will be focused and properly in line. And as you enter one by one, you may have to cross some doors and slowly enter the main area of the temple. As you're moving on, chant the mantra which belongs to that deity. So point number one, do not wear expensive chappals. Point number two, connect your mind with the deity. Point number three, for every day, most of the deities, there are mantras. If it is Shiva, it is Om Namah Shivaya, very simple. If it is Vishnu, Om Namo Narayanaya. That way, some simple mantra you can keep chanting in your mind. That is point number three. And point number four, think of whatever you wish to ask when you go in front of the deity, in front of God. There will be some wishes, some desires, something that you would like to request. Now, of course, we may think we'll go and stand in front of the deity and then I will think about whatever I want and then I will ask for many things. But many times it doesn't happen. When you actually go and stand there in front of the deity, the closest that you can get, when you're just there, you become so overwhelmed, especially when you're mentally connected. I have felt this, many people have told us also, especially in temples like Tirupati. Supposing you go there, you spend a lot of time waiting in the queue, walking through and all that, but finally when you go in front of the deity, you may get only 1 or 2 seconds there, and you don't remember any of your goals, you don't remember any of your requests, nothing comes to the mind because you're so overwhelmed. That can happen in any other temple, in many temples, it happens in many temples. So that is why as you're entering and walking through, going to the sanctorium, keep chanting the mantra, keep focused on the deity, and also think of whatever you wish to ask for in your life. And last but not least, once you're there in front of the deity, in most of the temples you may be able to stand there for a few moments or sometimes for a few minutes also, if you're fortunate enough. We always do this. We say namaste in front of the deity. That's how we do it. We bow down in front of the deity. You do this in the beginning, but later, immediately, open your palms like this and face them, let them face to the deity, because you can start receiving energy from the main deity. You will feel it on your palms. Request for energy for blessings, and you will feel a tingling sensation in your palms. and that is a very exciting feeling. So when you go to a temple, that should be your idea of receiving the most energy from there, from the deity, as much energy as you can. So if you follow all these points, very simple, very easy to follow, you will make the most out of your visit to the temple. And one more point I would like to add is, this is something which you should not be doing. What happens is, sometimes as people go to the temple, they are worried, whether the pujari is there, whether he will see me, whether he'll give me the holy water, whether he'll give me the flowers, or whether he will ignore me and go, whether he will just move aside. All this can happen anytime. Sometimes as he brings the holy water, he just gives it to everyone. Maybe he just misses you, or some flowers, or vibhuti, or kumkum. Sometimes they can miss you when there are so many people standing there. But never attach too much importance to it. You can simply move forward and ask for it and get it. Even if you don't get, don't worry, because these are all just small things which you feel bring God closer. It's not like that. The most important thing is the connection that you have with the deity there, with the God there, the energy that you receive from God directly on your palms, and the mind, how you feel in your mind by chanting the mantras, connecting with the deity. That is how it should be. So next time you visit a temple, keep all these points in mind, and your temple visit will be most rewarding. Let me also know how you felt in the comments.